Good afternoon, sir. Okay. So, before our midterm break on Friday, I was told by someone told me that that my brother said he was describing how he has seen me naked to them in their room, all of them. And I was upset and I was angry at my brother. I was angry at him, shouting at him. I was going to beat him. That why would he say that, and why would he, what is he turning into? That was my immediate kind of reaction. So when I went for lunch and I came back, I saw my brother writing something with a prefect. So I asked him what is going on here. Then they told me that he was writing, the prefect told me that he was writing down well, what's going on? Okay, that he was writing down the names of the people that flogged him. And I was confused, who flogged you? Then like they flogged him, they wanted him to answer. They wanted him to say that, oh yes, he has seen me naked. They flogged him, saying that he must say it, that he should say the truth, that he must say it. So he just said it so they could stop flogging him. That was what he told me. So I got to hostel. It was time for us. It was the day we took our results, our unified test results, so that we'll go home for our midterm break. So my sister called saying that we should get ready, that someone is coming to pick us up. So I told her what had happened, and then she requested to speak to my brother. So she called through the house parents' phone and spoke to my brother, and she was angry at him, shouting at him that why would he accept to that. Well, she was very angry. I had not told her that they were flogging him before he answered. So her herself, she noticed it, that he was very quiet, because usually if he did something wrong and he was guilty, he would try to defend himself, but was quiet because he knew that he did not do it out of his own willingness, like he was forced to say that. So we found out what had happened. I went home, we were sorting out, we called my parents. They were all very upset, and they said they were going to reach out to the school. Then I told my eldest brother not to worry too much, because he was very upset. I told him not to worry too much. They already took the statements to the official at school, one of the officials. So the boys are going to get suspended. That was what I was assured. So I thought they were suspended. So I came back for midterm, although the boy kept on calling me during the week saying he was sorry, the one that was asking the questions, because he was my friend, saying he was sorry, but I didn't listen to him because he was not sorry. So I went back for my midterm, after my midterm break, and I saw these boys again at school. And I was wondering what they were still doing there, because they are supposed to be suspended for what they had done. So I said it several times. The boy even came to apologize to me physically. I told him that I'm not going to rest until he is suspended. So I was making sure of it. There were even several situations people were saying that why am I not forgiving, that what is my problem, several things, but they didn't understand, because I kind of know what it feels like, because my brother opened up to me. I didn't want anything like, oh, you went to go and report to your sister, right? Because I knew something like that could happen. So I was scared for him. So I wanted them to leave the school immediately. So I tried. Then the week was over on Saturday. Our first week at school after the midterm, when I noticed that they were not around, was over. They were still around, sorry. Was over. So that weekend, Saturday, I saw one of the officials again, the officials that they told me that he was giving the letter. Then he told me that he was never giving the letter, that I should come and see him first thing Monday morning during our first break of the day. That's by like 10 to 10:15. That's our short break. So the house parent, my house parent was there, Miss Celine was there when I was talking to the official. So she later called me and asked me what happened. Then I told her what happened. I was in tears. Then she sent for the boy. Before she sent for the boy, she asked me to call my brother. So I called my brother and I asked him in front of her, have they done anything to you that's uncomfortable since you reported to me, and you are still seeing these same people that you reported? Then he told me that they had not done anything to him, but they told his friends to not talk to him. They told his friends not to talk to him, that he's a snitch, different things. And I knew it could affect him, especially for the fact that he was at school. And I was in tears, I was crying. I said, "Ma, please let me speak to my daddy. Ma, I want to speak to my daddy. These boys are not suspended." I told them they were suspended, but they are not suspended. Please, they told me I could not call. They told me that I'm not calling anybody. Then she said, asked me to call the boy that was asking the question. So we called the boy and she was talking to him. And she said, then he was stammering when he was talking. And she said, "From everything you are saying now, I can see that you are lying, because it doesn't look like you are saying the truth. I will call you when I get to Mr. Val, which is the other boys hostel house parent." So she took me to Mr. Val, and I was talking to Mr. Val. She asked me to tell Mr. Val what had happened. So I told Mr. Val, and I told Mr. Val the way he called me several times trying to apologize, but I did not listen to him. Then he told me, "How did he get my number?" I said, "Sir, he messaged me saying that he could not explain to me on Instagram because Instagram is misbehaving, that please can he get my number so he can explain." And I said no several times, but I just let it be. I gave him the number so he can tell me whatever he wants to tell me, and let me just listen to what he has to say, although I won't listen because I know myself. Then Mr. Bao was telling me that, why do I have Instagram in the first place? Then the both of them were telling me that part of it is my fault. And what I had to say to them was, we need to focus on the main situation here. What is my brother going through in that hostel for reporting those boys? You don't care about that. All you care about is the fact that I have an Instagram page. They were telling me, will my parents be happy that I said, "Excuse me, sir, I was like, can you listen to what I have to say here?" Then they said, okay, I should go and write a statement that they will ask the boy, Favor Benjamin. He was the one that asked the questions. And he was also the one that came to me himself and was like, "Oh, let me tell you what your brother did." So I was like, are you trying to implicate my brother? Are you trying to make me angry at him or something? So they said they were going to tell him, Favor Benjamin, and also my brother to write their statements. Then I'll write mine, so they will see two of them together and see what really happened. So I wrote my statements. I didn't see my brother's own or Favor's own, so I don't know if they really wrote it. I never saw it. So the next day was Sunday. Then on Monday was school again. So I went by, I was around during lunchtime. It was already past short break. I was around during lunchtime because I didn't go to the official anymore, because Miss Celine told me that all of us will go. Me, her, Mr. Val, my brother, and Favor Benjamin will go to the official together with our statements so that they will resolve everything, because she was still with my statement. So I didn't go during short break because nobody came to me saying, "Oh yeah, let's go to the official place with the statement," because I didn't have my statement. So during lunch I met the official. The official saw me going to take my food, and he said, "Oh, come." And I said, "Oh sir, I'm waiting for Miss Celine to bring the statement so we can go to the place together." So next thing, throughout the week, I don't know, I just had to focus on school. Miss Celine did not come, and I was already pressured by everybody saying that I cannot just forgive the boy, different things. So I was fed up, and they were telling me, and my brother had not complained about anything again, so I thought everything was going to be all right, because nobody brought the statement. They let the matter die. They didn't look into the matter again. Nobody even read my statements anymore. They just let it go. So now, leading to the second incident, that's why my daddy said that was the first incident and I should explain because I was there. I'm sorry. Immediately when they said I could not call that day, I was still insisting to call and nobody let me call. So I went to a student, because I think the students had their phone in hostel. So I asked them, "Please, may I use your phone to reach out to my sister?" So I had to hide because nobody was letting me call. I reached out to my sister. I cried to her. I told her I was scared. Then she told me that nobody has the right to search my phone, because they told me that they will still have to go through the chats to see what the conversation I've been having with the person that was calling me, the boy that was calling me. So I was telling her that why are they not focused on the main situation here? She was telling me that I should not worry, that she was just trying to make me feel better because I was in tears at school. So this is how they didn't let me call. Daddy.